Van Jones was everywhere last week. He was on all the talk shows. He's got a brand new book out, Rebuild the Dream. I told you on the day that he left the White House that he was more of a threat outside the administration than he was inside, because he would no longer have to hold back. You remember? We talked about it, and I remember distinctly saying, once he's outside the system, he'd be scrubbed clean of his radical past, and he'd be made to look like the nonviolent, peace-loving guy. And I told you that he would mask the violence on the left, and he would then try to occupy the Martin Luther King space. And I told you that this is the position that we had to have. If we lose this position, we're done. He's going to take it. This book has, he's got all kinds of dreams in here, and the MLK principles. He's doing it, gang. Here's just a reminder of what this guy actually stands for. Watch.
The only ones who had the audacity to stand up and to rip the gag out of the mouths of the American people and say, we deserve more and we deserve better. We're a better country than this. Thank you, Occupy Wall Street. Thank you, Occupy Los Angeles. Thank you, occupiers.
Okay, this is why he's so dangerous. He is all about a false option. The option with Van Jones is that he wants you to become an occupier. You just heard him thank the Occupy movement. He compared them to the freedom fighters of MLK Day, to these guys. He wants to stir the pot, so when things spiral out of control, he'll be the faith-based Ronald Reagan MLK hodgepodge. He'll be there and say, I will help you. I don't know about you, but what he has to offer isn't exactly my kind of cup of tea. It's not exactly my idea of help. We've seen the fruits of the Occupy movement. It seems to be mostly sexual assaults, rapes, vandalism, drugs, theft. More than anything else, it's dangerous, and he's already starting to mobilize the people, give them something to rally around. Today, he tweeted this, 99% spring. Today, we begin training 100,000 people to take direct action for economic justice. Oh, really? You're only going to do 100,000? Make sure you stick around, Van. We've got more than that coming. First of all, if you have to be trained in order just to hold up a sign and stand there outside and babble Marxist nonsense, you better get used to being unemployed. These are useful idiots, and he's going to use them to stir chaos. The guy is a grave, clear, and present danger. There are things that we have to do, and they're doing them as well. The things that we want to do and will do have none of it involving rape, violence, killing. You don't fight violence with violence or hatred with hatred. You fight violence with peace, and you fight hatred with love. Restoring love. We are going to start restoring a few things. Can you show this little bit of this set here? Don't turn on the lights yet. We'll show this to you here in a second. This is a closed set. This is actually the phase one of the American Dream Lab, because we're going to restore a few things. We're going to restore these things. We're going to restore history and a sense of community, a sense of responsibility and entrepreneurship. History, that's where we begin tonight. A sense of community within the next 7 weeks. A sense of responsibility. I hope we started that a long time ago. And entrepreneurship. This is my most aggressive idea that will happen here in the American Dream Labs. But we have to restore these 4 things, and those things will help us restore love. I will explain what all of this means in the next 45 days or so, but we are going to lead the way. I started this broadcast by telling you, I told you some of these things a year ago, but it had been percolating for a long time. We have to be a movement for the sane in this country. Not the sane right, not the insane right, the neo-Nazis, but the sane, the Democrats and the Republicans. We are going to lead the way in responsibility in a project unlike anything the world has ever seen. I've learned from these men. I am a man, and I deserve to be treated and demand to be treated like a man. And beyond that, I also am going to act like a man. America has never done anything like what we have in front of us, that we're going to suggest we do, and what we will do. We will challenge even the scope of the movement of Martin Luther King and Gandhi. But this won't be about Native Americans or African Americans. It'll be about all Americans, all people all around the globe. America, will you join me in taking a stand? Will you stay with us? Do you know what you believe in? Will you do more than just watch?
GBTV. The truth lives here.